Emily Bronte, 1818 to 1848, was an English novelist and poet, best known for her single, powerful novel, Wuthering Heights. She was one of the three renowned Bronte sisters, along with Charlotte and Anne, all of whom became significant figures in English literature. Here's a breakdown of her life and works. Early life and family. Born on July 30th, 1818, in Thornton, Yorkshire, England, Emily was the fifth of 6 children to Patrick Bronte, an Irish clergyman, and Maria Branwell. The family moved to Haworth, a remote moorland village in Yorkshire, which profoundly influenced her writing. Tragedy struck early with the death of her mother in 1821, followed by 2 elder sisters due to tuberculosis. This left Emily, Charlotte, Anne, and their brother Branwell to be largely raised by their aunt. The Bronte children were highly imaginative and, in their secluded parsonage, created elaborate fictional worlds, like Gondal for Emily and Anne, that served as outlets for their creativity. Emily was known for her intensely private, reclusive, and reserved nature. She preferred the solitude of the Yorkshire moors, which often feature in her works. Education and brief careers. She briefly attended schools at Cowan Bridge and Roe Head, but suffered from homesickness and found the experience difficult, often returning home. Emily also worked briefly as a teacher at Law Hill School, but found the long hours and demands exhausting, leading her to resign. Despite being outwardly shy, she possessed a keen intellect and a passionate spirit. She was also musically inclined and a proficient pianist. Literary works. Poems by Currer, Ellis, and Acton Bell, 1846. This was a co-authored collection of poetry with her sister Charlotte, Currer Bell, and Anne, Acton Bell. Emily used the pseudonym Ellis Bell. While it sold few copies initially, critics often identified Emily's poems as the strongest in the collection for their power and visionary quality. Wuthering Heights, 1847. This is Emily Bronte's only novel and her most significant work, published under the pseudonym Ellis Bell. It was initially met with mixed reviews, with some critics finding its depiction of passion, hate, and cruelty shocking and savage. However, it has since been recognized as a masterpiece of English literature, celebrated for its unique structure, poetic language, and profound psychological depth. Set on the wild Yorkshire moors, it tells the intense and tragic love story of Catherine Earnshaw and Heathcliff. Death. Emily Bronte died on December 19, 1848, at the age of 30, from tuberculosis just a year after the publication of Wuthering Heights. Her brother Branwell had died from the same illness shortly before. Emily Bronte's life was relatively short and private, leaving behind few personal letters or extensive biographical details. However, her singular novel, Wuthering Heights, continues to captivate readers and solidify her place as one of the most original and powerful voices in English literature.